Chairman Dudley, the live streaming has begun.
Okay. I think we're still waiting on Chris and Megan to go.
Josh and Megan are connecting now, as is Chris.
All right. Well, I think we've got everybody but Ashley, and I don't know that I ever heard back from Ashley officially. So, unless that's her phone. So we will officially call the meeting to order at 2:02. First thing on the agenda is the contract with PFGW. So I will turn that over to Mr. Kent and let him kind of anything he wants on it, Ken, or
sorry, Jim, did you call on me?
yeah, the first thing on the agenda is to approve that contract. So
Right. This is the agreement with PFGW Architects that will provide for the scope of services that has been considered and reviewed by the committee. That's Jim Dudley, Megan Musselman, Steve Irvin. And they have approved the contract that was sent out to this commission, and this is to perform the scope of services that's attached as an exhibit to the agreement for the site selection and the evaluation of the different sites by the team that Peck Flannery has put together. And maybe it's for Jeff to really explain that. If we need to get into that, I can answer questions about the contract if there are any. It was sent out a little bit earlier this morning, but
okay.
Hopefully you could hear me. I just realized I didn't have my microphone turned down. So
Okay. Well, thank you for selecting our team to be a part of this project. This is an exciting project for our community, and we're happy to be involved as a part of this community. The scope of services, I'll speak to that, includes 3 different tasks. One is a research and analysis phase where we will take the several sites that have been selected by the commission, do information gathering, research, site visits, and just any homework we can in gathering information on those sites, any constraints on those sites, zoning issues, availability, that type of thing. And then once we get done with phase 1, with this first task, we'll move into, and a site is recommended to the commission, and they approve that, then we'll move into a schematic design phase. The schematic design phase will take this selected site and begin doing just that, test fits, seeing what can fit, what program elements can fit on this site, with whatever sports that pros and working alongside the commission determines that we need and want to pursue. That's part of what pros consulting group, what their scope of services is helping the commission land on what's best, what will bring in the most revenue, what will fulfill the mission of the commission the best, in putting heads in beds. And so we'll do the schematic design phase, have several reports back to the commission. A cost opinion will be developed during this phase of what this work would cost. And that's, again, just an opinion of cost at that point. And then a final report will be issued there. And then moving into task 3, which would be a master plan phase. And we would take, once the schematic design is approved by the commission, we'll take and develop an entire master plan for that site. And issue reports, and then we'll even have at the end of this this process for phase 1 a presentation not only to the commission but also to the public, to where they can see the work that is going on for this community.
Any questions on that for Kendall or Jeff? Everybody get a chance to review it since this morning? All right, well, if no one has any questions, I just need a motion to approve the contract with PFGW for.
I do have one question.
Oh, there it is. Go.
It's really not into the task and everything. It's on the certificate of liability. On the certificate holder, it shows Faith Center.
Right, that's been corrected, Brian. The one I sent out this morning, I didn't have the final clean version to send out, and so I sent out the prior draft. And so I'm trusting Jeff that was corrected on what was sent earlier today.
Yes, it should have been.
So that's all I had.
Yes, the one I'm looking at on my computer is corrected.
Okay.
And that should have been the one that was hand delivered to you.
Okay, yeah, I'm looking at it now, and it does have the commission as a certificate holder.
Sorry about that.
No problem. All right, so we're trusting Kent here, so no pressure, Kent. So I just need a motion to accept the contract with PFGW.
Was it seconded, Jim?
I haven't got a motion yet.
Oh,
Oh.
sorry.
I'll make that motion.
Brian motion, now I need a second.
I'll second.
Josh with a second. All right, we'll go through roll call. So Brian,
Yes.
Josh,
Yes.
AJ,
Yes.
Megan,
Yes.
and Chris.
Yes.
All right, motion passes unanimously. All right, Jeff, I'm going to kick it off to you to kind of start through the public portion and your team, and we'll sit back and learn and listen.
Okay, well, thank you. Now that you've accepted the contract, let's meet who you're going to be working with. We just wanted to, when this RFQ first came out, we knew our expertise was not such that we could do this on our own as PFGW. So we went out and got the highest caliber consultants we could find to come alongside us, to be a part of our team and to provide the expertise that we didn't have. And so Hitchcock Design Group out of Illinois with an office in Indianapolis, Pros Consulting out of Indianapolis, and then Bacon Farmer Workman Engineering here in Paducah is our team. And so I just want to go around the room, around the Zoom, I guess, and let each of our consultants, dad joke, sorry, let each of our consultants introduce themselves, who they're with, and kind of what they're bringing to the project. So Randy, we'll start with you.
Okay. I'm Randy Royer. I've met many, if not all of you, a few times in the past. I'm a landscape architect with Hitchcock Design Group, and I will serve as the project management on our side of things within Hitchcock, and kind of keep our team moving forward.
Eric.
Hi, everyone. I'm Eric Hornig, also with Hitchcock Design Group, landscape architect, and I work on a parks and recreation team. And so I live in the recreation world all day, every day. And I'll be your design principal. And looking forward to working with everyone. I think I've met a lot of you during the interview process, but really excited about this one. We appreciate being on the team.
Philip was with Pros, and Austin Hochstetler, who y'all have met previously in person and on the phone. Pros has reshuffled some things inside their office, and so Philip is joining the team in Austin's place. And Philip, I'll just let you kind of take it from there.
All right, thank you very much. As Jeff was saying, I'm associate principal for Pros Consulting. I bring 25 years in municipal parks and recreation operation, including the last dozen as director of a suburb here in Indianapolis with a population of about 32,000. And I've been with Pros since early 2017. So we're responsible for assisting with the site selection, also the operations, maintenance, and funding strategies moving forward. And then obviously we anticipate that we'll be refining these facets of the project as it evolves towards the final report. And that does include a healthy amount of research, data collection, and analysis. And we too are thankful for the opportunity to work with you all, and we look forward to doing so.
Thanks, Philip. BFW. Kenny McDaniel, if y'all want to introduce yourselves and what you're bringing to the team.
I'm Kenny McDaniel. I've met most of you. BFW will be providing civil site design, mainly in the stormwater, utilities, and access components of the project. And with me, I have Susanna Campbell, who is in charge of our environmental department. I'll let her speak.
Hi, I've met most of you also from the initial meetings. I will be helping with site evaluations to determine if we've got floodplain issues, wetland issues, T&E, that type of environmental compliance with these site assessments.
Thank you. Paul King is with our office. He's muted.
They're unmuted.
All right, Paul, introduce yourself.
No, I'm Paul King. I'm, I guess, president of this organization. Been here almost 30 years and excited that we get a chance to work on this for the community and for the betterment of the soccer and baseball world.
And I'm Jeff Cantor with PFGW. I'm an architect. I'll be the principal in charge, vice president. I've been with PFGW for about 13, 14 years now. And we're just excited to be a part of this and to be able to serve our community. You know, part of what we've done through, you know, I know we just approved the contracts today, but we've already begun work. And part of what we've done is done some initial gathering of information. We have the Pinnacle report in hand. We've had that for probably 2 or 3 months now. We've each reviewed that, commented on it, still going through it, reviewing it, you know, over the, you know, how things have changed even in the last 2 months. That's going to affect how we even read this Pinnacle report. And so we've been looking at that at a pretty in-depth level. We have begun our site visits. We did some work on Monday. A few members of our team that could get here to do some preliminary visits, drive-bys, just research on GIS website with the maps, zoning, flood issues, utilities. So we have started work and have a pretty good, hit the ground running, have a pretty good leg up already. So that's kind of what we've done so far. And now that we've got official approval to move forward, we'll really jump in and get moving quickly. Our preliminary schedule for this project, and this was in the scope of services and in the fee proposal we had sent out, We've got 3 tasks that I just went through a moment ago with the scope of services. And task 1, the research and analysis phase, we're anticipating about 8 weeks for that. That could change, with travel restrictions. I know Eric with Hitchcock is unable to leave Illinois at the moment, and so these times are approximate, but based on what we can best determine at this point, we're looking at about 8 weeks for this research and analysis phase. The schematic design phase, we're looking at about 8 weeks as well, and then 6 weeks for the master plan phase. So we're, 5.5 months out from 6 months from having a final report, master plan report to the commission. That is it. I would be happy to answer any questions that anybody has or any member of our team.
Jeff, I'm just trying to take notes. I got the 6 weeks for master plan, but what did you say about how many months before we?
Probably, if you add all those up, it's going to be about 5.5 to 6 months. And again, that is in a perfect world, which we know things have not been perfect lately. So.
Sorry, I forgot to mute myself. Any questions for Jeff or anybody on his team? Chris has got a question. You got to unmute yourself, Chris.
Yeah, no, I did it beforehand. Sorry. So one of the things you guys were talking about as far as, putting fields on the potential prospective properties or property, do we have any idea what types of fields or how many fields, or am I jumping the gun a little too quick asking this question?
Randy, do you want to speak to that?
Sure. Slightly jumping the gun. But we are going to have PROS is in the process of gathering that information. We're going to try to get within the next week or so a preliminary program that we can start using for a test fit. I know that we've heard soccer, baseball, softball in the past, and now it's a matter of making sure, based on all the information we have, that we're getting them sized right and the number of fields and data to back up the number of fields. And as soon as we pull all that together and get those test fits, then we'll be able to share that with you and kind of walk you through our process and really the backup behind it all. Phil,
Okay.
I don't know if you've got anything you might want to add to that.
No, that is exactly what we've discussed up to this point.
All right. Anybody else got a question? All right. Jeff, anything else for the public portion of the agenda?
No, we're looking forward to getting started. I know things have probably been delayed a little bit with everything going on, but this is an exciting project for our community, and just even driving around the other day seeing some of these potential sites. Randy and I were riding together, and we were just kind of already designing as we drove and thinking through things. And so the excitement is there on our part, as I know it is on y'all's. So just looking forward to getting started.
Awesome. All right. With that, I need a motion to move into executive session so that we can discuss potential sites for this project. Did I do that right?
I'll create the motion.
Motion
Move into executive.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Second by AJ. Roll call. Brian?
Yes.
Megan?
Yes.
AJ?
Yes.
Josh?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
All right, motion passes unanimously. So give us about a 30, 40 second pause to get the live stream turned